Okay, Inez, what's your full name?
Inez Anderson Jarrett.
Now Jarrett. Anderson Jarrett. Do you know why Grandma and Grandpa picked that name for you?
No.
Oh, they just Did you have a nickname growing up?
Yes. Nez. But they not Tubby. Like you always miss me. But it's only one woman always called me. I was fat, but she always called me not she. I guess everybody knows it. What it was again?
Chubby or chubby?
No, not Chubby. You see, I forget. But how I know it was her, nobody else that I knew called me that name. I guess as you grew up there, I grew it out. And one evening I was coming from church, but Mama told me from school. And this woman in Cumberland would call me, oh dear. You see, everything is gone. Not sure. I'll remember it afterwards.
It's like I got Mama's all, as much of her history taped. Either one of you kids took the tape and retaped it over, and I lost everything. It was so upsetting.
I never remember. And as she called me, I remember that she told me that they always called me that name. But the move away. And I went to my mom, she said, oh, I know that you said, that is Miss Ruby. She knew it was the person
who called you that.
Yeah.
Okay, forget that.
Okay.
Nez is her.
Alright. So when and where were you born?
When?
Yeah.
The 3rd of January, the 3rd of November, they said. On a 1924 storm.
Hurricane.
Oh, so it was a hurricane that year?
A storm, flatbridge cover. The mark is still there. Where the furthest
The highest the water went.
Mm.
The mark is still there.
It was a Friday.
Who tell you it's a Friday?
Friday you're born.
You let somebody
But
talk for themselves, not Friday.
Okay.
I was born on a Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Nobody else found it. If like now, I know so much that they did do myself. I talk. And I talked to my mother and I asked her to. That's how they all remember the month and day they born. Because Mama, you know, in those days she wasn't say young.
I know.
Young, but you ask and you hear the name.
Well, I always know that I was born on a Wednesday. But I didn't know what time of the day. You told me.
Do you know how the Anderson family came?
No.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. So were you born in Spanish Town?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know how long the Anderson family was in Spanish Town?
No.
Okay.
I think your cousin, Papa's cousin, was a principal warder. I think that's how when Papa came back from the war, he went back to the country. He liked to cultivate the same thing he left to go to thing. And I guess his Gussie Anderson, that is Maze's, was a granduncle or whatever. He came down and he got the job in the prison, used to call him prison officer. No, prison officer. He got the job there.
Mm-hmm.
And he stayed in Gussie. And I guess that's where Mama and him meet.
But he was working in Kingston before and then he transferred to Spanish Town.
Who? I didn't know he was working in Kingston.
Yes, they said you asked Hazel. Mama said he used to work in Kingston before. And he traveled and he went to Spanish Town.
I know.
And that's why he said he could walk anywhere in Kingston and he didn't have to be afraid because he treated the prisoners well.
You see, there's so much we should all meet and check out long years ago. Prison, Gussie Anderson, was in Spanish Town.
I know.
And Phillips, you know, I forget what it was. Phillips, his son, he was equal with Gussie Anderson. And his son, Phillips' son, got in trouble and he went to jail for 9 months. 9 months you stay in in Spanish Town, but after that you go to Kingston. So they did big disgrace or thing. They sent his son to Kingston. No, the son to Kingston. The father went to Kingston while Gussie stayed in Spanish Town. And after he did his term, then he came back. Phillips came back to Spanish to Spanish Town. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's how. Yes. So the other thing is they were equal in what I call it, position. But when he came back now, no, they weren't equal in position. Phillips was higher than Gussie. But when he came back, he got the position because they noticed his whereabouts, his intelligence and everything. So they kept him that position. And Phillips was from Barbados. He like they demoted him or something.
And just climbed up the ladder and probably was at the same spot, he didn't move.
Huh?
Maybe he was at the same spot and didn't move while Gussie went up.
I don't get you.
If he went as a corporal, he probably came back as a corporal, while Gussie would have gone up to whatever corporal, higher corporal. But it wasn't corporal in those days, it was what? Warden.
Wasn't it sergeant?
Huh?
Sergeant. I seem to remember you saying something sergeant when I was a
What
kid.
do you call it? No.
Superintendent, high, then it's principal warden and warden.
You get me mixed up. I
The
put
warden
in
is the
words in
lowest one.
Principal warder, I call it. Principal warder, warden, or whatever. But he came back and he didn't get back his position. Gussie had that position then. Because they, like they say, his work, his writing and all that.
Impeccable.
For those days, you read 6th class, you can get and you have the position, you get the position and experience it. You can go move up. That's what happened with our cousin. He moved up and Phillips didn't go any further so far. And seeing that he came and he got his position, you know, his human nature jealousy. So they said the remark was that you can't catch Harry, you catch him short. You get that term?
I'll explain.
The term is like Phillips didn't get his position back. Anderson kept it, or had it then.
Yeah.
So he who dare him to come and pass over him? Which he's a Jamaican, the other one is a Bajan. But he had that, he didn't have it for Papa. Is for, that's why they say, you can't catch Harry, they catch him short. He didn't have it for, but his revenge, he couldn't catch him now.
Because he's above him, so.
So.
He go for dad, granddad.
That's it. Can't catch Harry, they catch him short.
Anyway, he's not asking that. Just
No, I am. I have. That's
Yes,
all
you're
the stuff that I
asking.
want. I want all the stories
That's
around
what
it.
I tell you all the time.
You'll get your turn.
If I'm around,
And I'm explaining.
I'm going to be going. I'm tired.
So the house that you live in before Brunswick Avenue, do you remember anything about it?
No, it was a tenement house.
So what was the tenements in Jamaica?
You have a house, you rent it, you have different blocks. You rent a couple of rooms.
Yeah, just like here.
Back then when you have your own home, you're rich. They think you're rich because that was another thing they had after Papa. Because he was able to buy a house in the suburbs.
Don't make it sound sweet. Just make
It's
it
true.
plain. Make it plain.
It wasn't a big fancy house as you would look at house now. But, you know, having your own home with your children, and fruit trees, and out in the suburbs, you're supposed to have had money because there were people who were higher paid than him and they didn't have a house. They were quite happy to rent and live in rented place. Anyway, I'm going to be moving on. You're asking these questions and you don't write it down.
I got the video camera. So back then, so you don't remember that house, but do you remember moving to Brunswick Avenue at all?
Do I remember?
Yeah, moving over to Brunswick Avenue.
No, it's strange. I remember other things before, but that particular thing, I don't remember.
You're a big girl.
So what happened? You don't have to remember. You can be 14, 16, and you don't remember certain
But
things.
anyway, there's lots in my life that is null and void.
So what? So back then,
Excuse me, you must have been living at Martin Street because
Martin
that's where I
Street,
was
that's
born.
where
But you
Martin
didn't tell him
Street.
that.
No, I knew that. That's what I was saying. That's why I asked about.
Because I was born at Martin Street and I was only a little baby when I moved up there.
So back then, how many rooms did Brunswick Avenue have originally?
Huh?
How many rooms was Brunswick Avenue?
We would live up Wall Street. It was 2 big rooms. And the year over here they call it cellar, the little one.
Bathroom. It was supposed to be a bathroom, but we didn't finally come on to that.
Which one?
The little one, because remember we
At
used
Brunswick,
yes, the little one. Remember Mama used to keep the press and washed and
Yes, that is it.
yes.
And it was supposed to be like a little bathroom.
Yeah.
But Papa had to discontinue it because we'd having children and wetting up the place.
Have to get water.
If it was like you have money, then you would disconnect it and change it into something. But no, we had to go outside instead, wetting the little area, bathroom or whatever you call it.
We built a bathroom outside and kitchen.
So it was an outhouse built outside?
Yeah, there was a outhouse.
All right. And so, did you have electricity?
At the beginning, no.
No. Most people had lamps those days.
Oh yes,
Not many people had electricity.
And no telephones?
Oh,
no.
boy. You saw a telephone probably in the stores. They may have a telephone. Big business.
In my
Big
time.
business. But they had that at school though. They had it at schools.
Yes, at school. But
Those are just the odd places, government buildings, schools. And if you had a big business, you may have a telephone, but back then you didn't have telephones.